All right, you guys. We're doing solving proportions. Does anybody know what a proportion is? What does proportion even mean? That's what I'm looking for. And file save. No one knows what a proportion is? Anyone cook? Anybody eat? Anybody eat in here? No? No one eats? Diego, can you please stop looking at your computer, start answering and listening? Holloway, give me a food you like. Give me a food you like. Any food in the whole world. You like apples? Tacos. Tacos. What do you like on your taco? Beef and cheese and that's it? Hush. 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 Holloway, head up. I'm going to call on you every time you put your head down. Okay. You like beef and cheese on it? Yes. What kind of beef? Like carne asada? Like ground beef? Like what kind? Okay. Would you be happy if this was your taco shell and this is all the meat they put on it? No. What's wrong with that? Exactly. Ratios. Anytime we're talking about proportions, we're talking about something compared to another. So in this, we're just talking about a comparison. And it almost always means fractions. Okay, raise your hand. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got 7 kids in here. 7 students, right? Right now? If you had to choose between plain cheese and pepperoni, pizza, okay, we're talking about pizza. Raise your hand if you would choose plain cheese. We got 1. Raise your hand if you would choose pepperoni. We got only 2? Okay, I don't think you understand how this works. You have to vote for one. Jacob, which one would you rather have, plain cheese or pepperoni? Okay. Gustavo? Diego? Oscar? Cheese. Okay, so our ratio here, hey, can you guys listen? Our ratio is 2 to 5. Our proportion is 2 out of 7 and 5 out of 7. Would you mind turning the light off? Give it a second to adjust. Okay, so the proportion, you're going to have, the bottom is your total. Now let's say it was something a little bit different. Okay, this should be pretty easy. This is a review from pre-algebra. And I want to be clear, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff that you should already know. So don't be rude if someone's struggling with it. Be helpful and glad that you already know it. Okay, don't be the rude person who's like, this is so easy, why are we even doing this? And make other people feel bad for needing some help. Okay, what if we had, pick a small number less than 10. 2 out of, I'm going to say 7, is equal to an unknown amount out of 14. How did you figure that out? See how the 7 is multiplied by 2 to get the 14? So then you just multiply by 2, so you know x is equal to 4. What if it was something less beautiful? What if it was something like 2 out of 7 is equal to x out of 9? Pardon? Add what?
2.
With what?
7.
Nope. So what we want to get the x alone. Just like always, we want to get that alone. Oscar, what's happening with the x right now? Is it adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing? What's happening to it?
Multiply.
What's this mean?
Dividing.
What's the opposite of division? So how could I get rid of that 9? Multiply both sides by 9. I want to see a multiply sign, not an x. Do not use x as multiply. You're not allowed to use that ever again. Does the 9, oh, Holloway, thank you for volunteering. Does the 9 go with the 2 or the 7?
7.
Yep, it goes on top because it's multiplication. Diego, what's 2 times 9? So I just have 18 over 7 is equal to x, and you're done. So sometimes they're easy, and you can just easily see, oh, double, triple, whatever the ratio is, just multiply it by that. And sometimes they're not so beautiful, and you're just going to use algebra to solve it. What if we gave you 2 over 6 is equal to 7 over r? What do I do now, Gustavo? What do I want by itself? R. What's happening to the r? Is it adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing? Yeah, we can multiply by what? What are we going to multiply by? Nope. Anybody know? Nope.
By 2.
Nope.
What is that? 6, I think.
Yep. It's none of the numbers. What's left? Want to multiply by what? I don't want the r in the denominator. Literally, just cross multiply across the equal signs. It only counts as cross multiply if there's an equal sign in the middle. So what's 2 times r? How do I write that?
2.
Just 2r. What's 6 times 7?
42.
Good. Now anybody, how do I get that r by itself? What's 42 divided by 2? 21. Language. Well, think about it, right? What's 4 divided by 2? 2. 2. Easy cheese. What if I gave you this? What do I do now? What do we want alone? We want the t. What do we need to move? The 4. How do I get rid of that? Multiply both sides. Make sure that you have that little dot, meaning multiplication. If you don't want to use the dot, use parentheses. Cross cancel. These go together on the top. What's 4 times 3? 12 divided by 5. Does that reduce nicely? Don't touch it then. All done. Can I go up a level, or are we not ready for that? Okay, there's only 3 levels. I gotta turn my page because there's not enough room in the bottom for mine. Okay, what if I gave you, let me do a different one. That one's a little harder than I meant to do. What if I gave you that? What makes this different than the previous one?
Wait, what does that say?
N plus 7 over 2 equals 6 over 7. Holloway, head up. What makes this different than the last ones we did, y'all? How is this different? There's the plus 7 on the top with this. So this group, we can't touch yet. We can't touch this until we get rid of that 2. Anybody, how do I get rid of the tail? Multiply both sides. Make sure you put the little multiplication symbol.
Teacher, please pardon this interruption. I need Scott Cisneros and Adrian Maldonado to report to the cafeteria.
They're going to be in there.
Scott Cisneros and Adrian Maldonado, please report to the cafeteria.
Scott's going to be in robotics, and Adrian's going to be in the shop. They're not going to hear in the shop. Do you know the shop? Are you comfortable going in and asking Laura?
Yeah.
Go talk to Laura and tell him he needs Adrian. Okay, you guys. What do I have left here? Good. What's this side going to be? Good. Now what do I do? Exactly. Make sure it's a whole thing by itself. So I've got n equals 12 over 7, take away 7. I need a denominator. What's my denominator? It's over 1 if I don't have one, because it's a whole number, right? Now, what do I do to get a common denominator? Multiply the top and bottom by what number? What do I want?
7.
So 7 on the bottom, 7 on the top. I'm going to leave the 12 alone for now. What's 7 times 7?
49.
What's negative 49 and a positive 12 make? Is it going to be a positive or a negative? Negative. How do you know?
I don't know, I just guess.
The bigger number is negative, so it's going to stay negative. And since they're different signs, it's subtraction. So think of it as 49, thank you, take away 12. What's 9 take away 2, y'all?
7.
What's 4 take away 1?
3.
We're done. Do you need me to review some fractions? Are we struggling with the fraction part? Diego, you okay, or you need me to break it down? You good? Okay, let's try another one. What's a letter you guys use a lot in physics? Do you guys use V for velocity? Holloway, can you tell me my first step? Yeah, multiply both sides by 10. Omar, can you help me break that down? Sorry, Oscar, not Omar. Oscar, can you help me simplify?
Huh?
Tell me what to do.
You multiply by 10?
We already did. Tell me what to cancel out or what it makes.
Cancel out the bottom 10 and then the one next to it.
Good.
And then multiply
6 times.
6 over 4 times 10.
What does that make? Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
Can you tell me what 6 times 10 is?
60.
Okay. Do you know what 60 divided by 4 is? It's just 15, yeah. You can do it that way. Honestly, this is what I would have done. I would have canceled 4 out with 10 to get 5. I would have crossed the other 2 out of the 4 to get 3, and that's how I would have gotten 15. I don't care as long as you understand what you're doing. I do not care which process your brain uses. I'm not that picky about it. Diego, can you get us the last step? What's that make? Gustavo, how could we check if our work is right? This was our original equation. Wasn't that our original? No, it was over 10. Sorry. Okay, Gustavo, what can we do to figure out if this is right? How can we check? Exactly, just plug it in. So we would do 20 take away 5 over 10. What's 20 take away 5? What's 15 divided by 10? What can we take out of both of them?
5.
Yeah, so I could think of this as 5 times 3, 5 times 2. What's left? 3 over 2. Now, is that the exact same as 6 over 4?
Yes.
It is, right? Because you can think of this as 2 times 3, and this is 2 times 2. Same thing. That's how you can check if you're right. Just plug it back in. Okay, I'm going to take it up a half a level. What if I gave you something ugly like this? What makes this uglier than the previous one?
The parentheses.
Sure. I'm thinking it's uglier because it's on the bottom. Same steps, you guys. Normally we'd multiply by whatever's on the bottom to get rid of the fraction. We're going to do the same thing. I'm literally just going to multiply this up. I'm going to cross multiply. What's 8 times 10? What do I write on the other side? Pardon? How do I write this as multiplied on this side? How do I write that? 3x plus 2. Very, very close. What's wrong? I need parentheses. Either that or I have to write it as 3x plus 6. Because that 3 has to go to both. Pedro, what's my next step?
Huh?
What's your next step?
What was the next step? Minus 6.
Good. Laura, what's my last step? Bless you, bless you, bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What's our last step?
ESP.
Pardon?
ESP.
Mm-hmm. Your name's Laura, isn't it? Divide by what? Mm-hmm. That's it. That's the answer. You guys ready to go to the last level? The last layer of difficulty? Okay, let's break it down. I don't know if this is gonna fit because I only have a few lines, so we'll try. Well, that's really weird. It's not showing me an answer on this one. Oh, now it did. It was just really weird. It was like the only one that doesn't have an answer. Holloway, what's your first instinct on this? What do you think we should try?
Multiply by 9.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to just multiply this up. Do you guys want to deal with fractions? No. So if you can, multiply it up. Now the reason we're doing it on both is because we have the letter or the variable on both of them. So I'm going to think of this as 6 times v minus 3 and then 9v. Oscar, what do we do next?
don't know.
If I told you distribute, would you know what that means?
The 6
To the,
to the 3
and,
and the V.
yeah, to both. Tell me what to write down.
6. Oh no, print.
No more parentheses. 6 what?
6V minus
Yep, yep.
6 times 3.
What is that?
18.
Good job. Diego, what do we do next? Guys, which side has more V's?
You can subtract the 6Z.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We want to get all the V's on one side. Jacob, what am I left with?
Negative 18 equals 3B.
Diego, you want to redeem yourself? Want another try? Tell me what to do. Yeah. Pedro, can you tell us what that makes?
What?
Negative 18 divided by 3. What does that make?
Negative 18 divided by 3, negative 6.
Good. And you're done. Laura, how could we check if we're right? I'm going to throw this in here real quick, right here in this space. If you don't have space to throw it in, that's okay. I really just want you guys to see. What's negative 6 and negative 3 make? Minus 9, because they're both subtraction. What's negative 9 divided by negative 9? Negative 1. What's negative 6 divided by negative 6 divided by positive 6? It works. Now, honestly, I'll check when it's a whole number, but when it's a fraction, I'm too lazy. I'll use my calculator to check it for me. Can we go to the last level? You ready for level 3? And it's the last one. Okay, what if I gave you n plus 3 over n plus 2 is equal to 3 over 5. Would you like me to read it one more time?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it? Okay, what do we do first, y'all? Cross multiply. I would cross multiply. Now, I really want you guys to think about it. They're not going to get you parentheses on these. Put them on yourself. You're going to get the right answer if you put the parentheses there. If you forget your parentheses, everything's messed up. Oscar, can you tell me what to write on the right side or the left side? I don't care which side, just one of the sides. Tell me half of it. And then Diego, can you tell me whatever side he doesn't tell me, okay? Do you need me to give you a little nudge?
5 parentheses n plus 3.
Okay. Diego, the other side?
3,
Good. Gustavo, can you simplify this side? Jacob, can you simplify this side? Gustavo, you're this side. Jacob, you're this side.
5 equals 15.
Jacob?
3n plus 6.
Good. Pedro, what's my next step?
Subtract 3n.
Sure. Laura, what do I got?
2n plus 15. Plus 6.
Holloway, what do I want to do now?
Subtract 15.
What's that make?
then divide by 2.
Yep, that's my answer. Now, honestly, I am too lazy to plug that in by hand to solve it, so this is what I do. To see if it's, to see if I'm right. I set up a fraction, so to set up a fraction, I press this control and then the divide. And you can't see what I'm doing, so let me tone this down. I'm turning it down as much as I can. Okay. That's a little better. And then I put this equation in. Okay? So I'm going to say negative 9 over 2 plus 3. And then I'm going to do negative 9 over 2 plus 2. And did it come out to be the same thing? It did. I don't know if you can see it, but it did. 3 over 5. 3 over 5. I'm good. Okay, last one, last example, and then I will leave you free to do whatever you need to get your grade up. Holloway, I'm concerned that you don't have notes out and that you're playing on your computer. Anytime you guys are ready, tell me what to do. What should I probably draw in first? I'm going to cross multiply. What do I want to draw before I do that? Parentheses. Holloway, can you please close your computer? Get out your notes. And, baby, what? Okay, do that fast. It's not what you're supposed to be doing right now. Jacob, can you set it up for me? Tell me what to write down.
7 parentheses b plus 11.
Nope. The 7 has to go with the v minus 6.
Yeah. B minus 6.
Good, I'm with you.
And 8 parentheses b plus 11.
Now I'm with you. Good. Omar, can you distribute for me?
Huh?
Can you distribute for me?
7 with the V and the 6.
Tell me what it makes.
42.
Mm-hmm. What about here?
8 with the V. And then plus 88.
Diego, do you know what we do next? We could do that. Gustavo, what do I have left?
Negative 42 equals 88. Okay.
Hold on. Pedro, what do I do?
What is that?
Negative 42 equals 1v plus 88.
Minus 88.
Good. Lara, negative 42, negative 88. What does that make? No, it's going to still be negative because it steps backwards and I'm not adding and subtract. You're not multiplying, so. What's 8 plus 2? What's 4 plus 8 plus 1? Oh, no. Not 20. Sorry, just 130. That is it. Now I'm going to be coming around and working with you. Holloway, you okay? Okay, I'm just going to leave you be today. I'm going to come around and work with you guys and help you guys get what's missing in so that your grades can be up. Miss Taylor has kindly offered to come and help tutor too if you need some help. You guys are pretty solid. Let me stop the recording, put it online.